The owner at the time was a chap called Donald Sinclair, who was an ex-naval commander, a peppery little man, not 6'6" like Cleese was, but the opposite in fact, a small man, but very peppery and very correct, and didn't like hotel guests. Would have been a wonderful job if it wasn't for the guests. The guests spoiled his job. Various stories come out about Donald Sinclair. 2 or 3 come to mind. One, Eric Idle, who was one of the Monty Python crew, had a briefcase in reception. And he had an alarm clock in there that was ticking. And Sinclair thought, my God, there's a bomb in there, and he threw it over the cliff. Terry Gilliam, who was an American, in fact, and as you know, the Americans tend to eat in a slightly different way to the way we do. They will cut their food, put the knife down, take the fork into the other hand, and then pick the food up with the fork. Well, this didn't suit Sinclair at all. This wasn't British. So as Gilliam was doing this, he would walk past and pick up the knife and say, sorry, we don't eat like that here. It was too much trouble. People would come downstairs and say, excuse me. He'd say, what? Could you call me a taxi? Oh, all right, if I have to. Betty tried to keep the peace to the extent when she went out shopping, she would sometimes lock him in the flat upstairs and say to the staff, now don't let him out, he's only going to upset you. There was a waiter who worked here, a foreign waiter. Whether Manuel was based on that, we don't know, but he got so fed up with working for Donald Sinclair that he called a taxi and said, take me to London quick. And the taxi drove it, God knows what it cost to drive. We get people from all over the world, it's astonishing. Is this where Fawlty Towers started? Or the Australians? It doesn't look like the place to me, mate. But and the coaches detour past the front of the hotel, off the main road. 6 or 7 coaches every morning come past and you can see the driver pointing to the hotel. It's a shrine.